welcome back to my channel, and I'm going to do this super simple, super sparkly layered pink design today using everything from Rachel Wilder's. So working on Lottie, and I've already applied my tips, and for this design I'm using these curve point tips which are from Rachel Wilder's. I'm not sure if they're still available, but I do know she has tips coming somewhen, and I stuck these down with my holdfast glue, and I'm using my size 10 Back to Basics brush. So as with all my designs, I am starting off and I'm just putting down that thin clear base using Clear Candy Clear Acrylic. I am doing the thumb, but I've not bothered to keep it in the video because, you know, for ease, shall we say. But the design is the same on every single one of the nails, so you're not missing out, I promise you. So to start off, I'm using Hey Barbie. This is one of the glitter acrylics from Rachel Wilder's. Now it's really important with this one, it does need to be capped. All the glitter acrylics aren't strength powders, they need to be capped. Now because I'm doing the same design on every nail, I am going to do the ring finger in real time, and the others are all going to be sped up a little bit, so I will talk you through what I'm doing on the ring finger. So I'm just finishing off the pinky and then we will move on. Just pat, 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 pat. Right, here we go. So I've started off with a smallish bead of that Hey Barbie. That bead was probably a bit on the dry side, so I've just gone in with a bit more monomer. And starting roughly where the natural free edge would be, I am patting this glitter acrylic in and pulling it right down to the tip. Now because I'm going to be layering to give this some dimension, I want to work particularly thin. So how I would normally work with raw glitters that I pick up with acrylic, patting it down, making sure sort of that where the colour ends, it doesn't just stop in a line, it's faded and blended slightly, so when I come to do the next colour over top, I don't have a line and I can blend them together seamlessly. And then I'm just going back in with some smaller beads around the edge at the very tip, just to make sure I've got full coverage, and then I'm just going to give it all a nice pat down before I move on to the other nails. And I have sped the other two up slightly more because it's exactly the same. So I'm just going to take this opportunity while I draw these two. I'm mega fast, love it. To say I hope you are all keeping safe, keeping well, looking after yourselves, not going too mad with lockdown and things, finding things to entertain you. If you have any video design requests during this time, let me know. I am keeping very busy myself, but I will do my very best to film some more videos very soon in between all the other things I'm doing. Right, moving on, I'm using some a cover powder now. This is Candyfloss. Now, you really can't see it in this video, but Candyfloss is this beautiful pink, soft pink with shimmer. It is stunning. It is slightly less shimmery and slightly lighter than Prosecco pink. Both beautiful, but I love this one. So I'm applying a small bead first, just where that glitter finishes, and then I'm just patting it down at the back of the bead so that there's a nice blend between this and the next one, and then I'm just pulling and feathering it down just over top of Hey Barbie, which I have already applied. I don't want to fully cover the tip, just blending it down nicely. It doesn't matter if it goes a little bit further than you would if you were doing sort of a glitter ombre with the cover powder over top, but not all the way. And then I'm going in with my cuticle bead just a little bit away from the cuticle, and then I push it back and pat it in, tuck it in, as you can see I'm doing here, and then I just fade it over. If you feel at the cuticle that it's a little bit, there's a bit more coverage than you need, when you come to cap, just don't take the clear back that far. So then I'm just patting it in at the sides, pulling it down. If you do put a bit too much on and you feel that there's too much cover at the tip, just wipe it away. I mean, I've added a bit more there, but what I will do if I feel I've got too much is just wipe it away. So I'm going to do exactly the same on these two nails, and I'm going to stop and have a drink because I'm feeling a bit and I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, so I got out crushed opal, and I also got unicorn poo. These are some iridescent glitteries from Rachel Wilder's. Now, I was only going to use unicorn poo, but I decided it wasn't enough, so I'm using both, just mixing them together, just on that tip, and then just blending it over the Candyfloss slightly. So this is a mixed bead. I double dipped into crushed opal and unicorn poo, and now I'm just patting it down and bringing it down to the very tip. If I felt one of those glitters was overpowering the other, I can just go back in and add a bit more, but we're still working nice and thin. We don't want to add any bulk, and then I'm just going to continue on to the other nails. This doesn't need to go all the way to the cuticle, just feathered it back ever so slightly, and then when I have done all of the nails, it will be time to cap. So there they are with all of that glitter and Candyfloss, and I'm going to be capping these in coconut ice. Now I'm just showing one nail in this video because otherwise it was just going to make it too long. I've used coconut ice because it's a nice translucent pink. It just, I don't know, it gives everything a bit more of a glowy, soft, I just really like it, so I thought it goes nice with pinks, so I thought I would cap in this. So I'm just capping as I always do, starting at the cuticle, and then I'm pulling that bead right down to the very tip. If I run out of acrylic, I want to make sure I've softened it so it's not a harsh line, it's a blend, so I can go back in with the next one, and then just turning my brush around to feather back. I'm going to repeat this process on all of the nails, and then off camera, as always, I'm going to use my Rachel Wilder's 100 and 180 grit files and give these all a file. And there, as if by magic, they are all filed into a lovely shape. So I'm going in with my scrubby duster brush and my fresh prep spray just to give them a swoosh over to get rid of any excess dust. And now I'm adding some, well, I'm going to hopefully add some bling using my holdfast glue. I've got my crystal katana and some tweezers, and this crystal is from the Petal mix, the pink vintage pink. Oh Lord, I kept this in so I just wanted to see how much trouble I had. But that petal is from the vintage pink Swarovski petal mix from Crystal Parade, and all the other crystals I'm using are from Crystal Parade. I've got a mix of different pinks, ABs and opals, and I'm just on the middle two nails, so the ring finger and the middle finger. I want to make it look a bit like a pendant, so I've got that petal shape, and then I'm going to do crystals either side up to the cuticle, like sort of like a chain. So I'm just playing around. As you can see, I've got some pink ones, I've got some opals, some ABs, and I'm just mixing them up how I like. I like to do them even, on the same on both sides so they match, and in fact both nails matched. And I'm just using my crystal katana, which again is from Crystal Parade, to apply these. I'm only going to show the one nail because it's exactly the same on the other nail. And yes, I'm just placing those going up one side. Now I'm going to repeat it with the same colours in the same order on the other side. If you fancy a crystal katana for your crystal work, or like the look of any of these Swarovskis, some are Swarovskis, some are Preciosa, they're all from Crystal Parade, and you can use my discount code Helen5, get you a little have a little disco on your bling, or even get a little discount on your bling. So I'm just placing those final few crystals. I then did the other nail and decided I needed a couple more coming down, so I've just gone back to here and I'm just applying a couple more, so a pink and an AB, and there we go, a little bit of bling. Gotta love some bling. Now let's finish this design off, bring it to life with the magic spell that is Flexi Top. So nice and easy on this nail and the index finger and the thumb. On these two you want to get in and around the crystals, but you don't want to go over the top. So that is where I bring in my top coat detailing brush so I can get right up in and around all of those crystals. Don't forget the bit in the middle there. I've just decanted a little bit out onto, I don't know, onto something, and then I'm just going in and around, starting off with the brush because I've got quite a big surface there, and then in with my detailer brush. And then I'm going to do the index finger and pop this in my LED lamp to cure for 60 seconds. I then will do the thumb separately, and then I'll be back with you. And here they are out of the lamp and all finished. And it is a super simple design, but it's incredibly sparkly. I love that it's got some layers to it. Those crystals just finish it off nicely. There's a thumb. Love this design. It was slightly inspired by Sarah's Nail Secrets design. Don't forget, if you are doing natural nails, finish off with your Emoki nails. Cuticle oil, highly important with all the hand washing at the moment, a bit of cuticle oil. But that is this video and design finished. So I do hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe and leave me any comments below. Check out the description box for all the product links for everything I have used and any discount codes. I do hope you're all keeping safe and sane, and let me know if you have any requests, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!